Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Workers and Resources Soviet Republic with me, Mangy Panda. So we've started some more construction. As you can see, our little track builder made it all the way to the border, so we were able to pull out the EDK 300s and get them started in laying in some better track since they're much faster at doing the job. And over here we put in just this is, again, most of this is temporary. We will eventually be switching over to electric trains, but it's pretty expensive to start with. So we've got a diesel fueling station here with a fuel tank, a little small depot right here, and then a fuel loading unloading station for the train so that we can fuel this from a train. But in addition to that, I went ahead and hooked up these 3 oil pumps that we had found earlier, where we'd found that little patch of oil right here. And they're filling up this tank, and we've got this vehicle loading station here, and some trucks that are hauling it back and forth to the border. But as you can see, they just can't keep up with that. So this will be able to load trains full of oil to alleviate that and get it moving a little bit faster. And the main reason these guys can't keep up is because if you come over here and look, our border is incredibly backed up. And that's just because of all the traffic that we've got going on here right now. There's nothing you can do to speed up the border. It's just something that's hardwired into the game where it only allows one vehicle at a time. You see one truck at a time pull in here. And if this guy's pulling out, nobody can pull in. So he pulls out, then this guy pulls in. And so borders they're just slow. And the only way to speed any of this up is to export via train or ship or plane, or be connected to multiple borders and have different things going to different borders. But for us, our next closest border is either over there or over there. We'd have to go across the river, build a bridge, and that's really expensive, and it's too far to travel, really. So our goal for today is to get all of this right here up and running so that we can have trains start delivering our oil. We can have trains coming over here dropping off crops, as well as taking clothing to the border, which then means we can turn these on so since we all have a better supply of crops coming in. But we ran into a problem. Okay, there was something. I tried to be cheap. I tried to take the easy way out to do something by putting this small well here. This well really needs to be like over here because it's too close to all of this. Because this fabric factory needs 85% quality of water. But if we look, we can't produce fabric now because our water quality is only 84%. The reason I put this here was because if you see, that's as far away as I could get it and still have power. And to put it over here where it should go, I would have had to run new power. And I was trying to save some rubles and it just wasn't working. And now, since we've started developing the rest of this, since this is up and running and we're polluting this area, and these are polluting this area, it's backfired. So now basically this is sitting here doing nothing. There's workers in there, but they can't do anything because we don't have the water source. So the 2 options we have is to move this pump to where it should be and run new electrical, or the quicker, easier, cheaper solution, which is what we're going to go with right now, is I have this water switch right here. We still have one opening on it. So we can connect this into the main town water. It's not ideal. That's not what I wanted. And later we'll probably come back and fix it. But for right now, we just want something quick and easy. So we're going to come in here, plumbing, not cancel sewage, cancel plumbing, and we're just going to break that section right there. And we will go ahead and get this assigned to our demo team, high priority, and notify me when that's finished. Because as soon as that's done, then we can lay in our other pipe from over here to here. And until that new pipe is done, these guys, we can't do anything. We're going to dump out the water they've got right now. but they can't do anything until they get better quality water. So all those people you see right there that are going to work over here, they're just standing around doing nothing. But that's what I get for trying to do the easy thing. But oh, back here, so down here, remember we set all this up before, so we've got all the electrical, everything ran out to here. You see most of the electrical is going out, some of the substations are in, a lot of the beginning plumbing is all put in. This is ready for, yep, this is ready for workers, so we'll get some people out here to take care of that. And is that, that's ready to go, that's ready to go. Okay, so we can do that and that. We've got a lot of this graveled in. We really need to get over here and get this up and running, because if we go to our vehicles and show wear and tear, all map, look at that. That's 77% on that dumper, 62% on that dumper. These guys are going to start breaking down, and they're going to start breaking down a lot until we can get this up and running. And once we get it up and running, they can get quickly repaired as long as we've got workers and supplies here. For workers to start off with, we're just going to bring people from the prison. Instead of sending them over to the heating plant, we're just going to drop them off over here. And they can work here, and they can repair. We'll get one of these up and running. For right now, we can just use this. And we'll start getting all of our vehicles repaired. And let me see, where are, because I bet, let's look at that. So, wear and tear. You, yes. All right. Yep, so you're one of the road construction dumpers. Keep an eye on you, and you are the other road construction dumper. All right, so what we're going to have to do for right now is we're just going to have to take these guys and we're going to have to park them here in this road depot, because they're getting too high in wear and tear. They're gonna start breaking down a lot, and we're gonna have to bite the bullet and spend some more rubles and just replace them for right now till they can get repaired. All right, so this guy right here, that's him. Yeah, I don't care about the construction office. All right, so they're both right there. Good. So once they make their delivery of gravel, we'll just have them park right here, and they can wait there till we can get them repaired. Are you both going out here? No, you're going over here. Where are you going? You're probably going to go here, I'm guessing. Fully, because we really need this stretch of road done. Yep, right there. Okay, so you've dumped off. Now you can just go sit there and be happy. And this guy went up there. He's dropped off. He can go ahead and sit there. And that's done. Now for rails, what do we need to be able to get trains? Because that's our goal for this episode, is we want trains. We want 2 trains. One train that's going to handle this area, and one train that's going to haul oil. All right, so that is done. We can go under here, and plumbing from here to here. Get that approved. Get everybody working on that. And that is the highest priority thing we have to get done. Now we can go in here and we can demo out that and that. And Sign demo office. It would be such a great quality of life improvement if you could put rail construction offices and demolition offices on your construction office assignment tool. It would be so nice to be able to do that. Let them tear all that stuff out. Once they get done with that, we'll come back and tear out the pump, but they have to have a building to be able to access that piping from for right now. And you're going to start working on our pipe. That's good. All that's good. But yeah, see how ugly the border is. But we've got, when we can get these trains up and running, that's 8 vehicles we can pull away from the border, and that will make a huge difference. Because right now we've got 4 trucks coming here loading up oil, and 4 trucks coming over here delivering crops, which right now they're not doing anything because we can't process the crops. That's a whole nother story. Anyways, to get all that up and running, what do we need? Well, we need at least 1 connection into here. We need 1 connection to here and at least 1 connection into the depot. So the depot, so we can purchase our engines and get our cars over here and set up our trains. And then, of course, the 1 connection into each of the stations so that the trains can actually service things. Because we already have a connection over here to our refueling station. So all we need is this rail finished, 1 of these 2 done, and this finished with its connection all the way inside. Biggest problem we're running into right now is we're out of gravel. Okay, and the reason we're out of gravel is because of this. Because this is so backed up. Because if you look over here, we're out of gravel. And we've got to start pulling traffic away from here. We've got to start pulling traffic because we will collapse if this continues. Okay, because we'll start getting to where we're not getting food or clothing or something supplied over here, and it's just going to be out of control. You just need 94 tons of board, or 9.4. You've got the boards. Because I mean, we're up to 3,600 people. Our population's going good, and if we go in here and we look at free flats, so we've got 38 free flats there. That's it. Nothing else. So we're opening this one up. That's going to add us another 120 flats. And as soon as we get that built, we're probably going to have to start construction on one of these here because we want to stay ahead of our population growth. We don't want people without housing because we need the people. Once this gets fully up and running, that's a lot of population that we need. Since each one of these is 80 people. So this is 100 people. So that's 160 people plus 30 there. So that's 130. Each food factory is 170 people. It's another, what is the alcohol factory? I think it's 100. 100 people. So this is 340 more workers here. And that's each one of those, that's just one shift. You got to triple all of that to run it all day long. So this right here is over 1,000 workers a day between these 3. And then you've got, when I say another, there's 100, 260, 290. So another 700 plus the people that we're putting over here. So there's a couple thousand workers just to keep this up and running. And that doesn't count what we're going to need down here. Now, of course, most of this construction stuff doesn't require that many workers. But we want to make sure we've got the population because we're at 3,600 people. So that's the majority of our workers would be right there. We have 1,500 workers. We need more than that to power this entire thing. So we have to keep growing our population. We have to keep ahead of it. All right, so that one is done. So people will begin to move into there once this is full. And so why don't we, I think I need to connect it. Yep, we need to connect back up there. And let's go ahead and turn you on. And we'll continue our mission of footpath upgrades. Again, we want that extra walking distance so people can get to more things easily. We're still not really getting very many visitors to our House of Culture. Yeah, oh well. C'est la vie. All right, how are we doing over here? Oh, we're almost there. Almost connected there. We still got to get these connected in. Yeah, we know. Oh, that's the other thing we got. We now have the secret police. What the secret police do is they'll drive out to all of your residential buildings and they have a chat with the people that live there and they maybe put in some cameras, listening devices, maybe. Yeah, we're not really sure about that. But what that'll do is that will let you see what the loyalty is. I don't know why that happened. All right, that was bad. They'll let you see what the loyalty is. Because right now we could go up and we could see our average government loyalty is 37, but we wouldn't know the loyalty of any one particular citizen. So if we go back into our overlays and we go to citizens loyalty, we can see what the average loyalty is for each building. So this is the one they're screaming at me that it has low loyalty. It's 25%. There's only 4 people in there. So 35% is going to be about where we currently bottom out at, because we have no way to increase loyalty. Till we get a radio station or television station, we don't have a way to increase the loyalty of our citizens. All we can do is try to maintain the loyalty at the floor. Research finished. All right, speaking of, we're working on radio now. But the radio station is incredibly expensive and it requires a lot of people to operate. So we're not quite ready to, even if we get that research, we still have to come over here and research. A new technology will pop up that will. So if we look at over here, let's look at our research tree and we come down here. Right here. So we already have these 2 researched, but then this will pop up, the influence radio broadcasts, once we have radio signaling researched. And that way we can actually, if we don't have this researched and we do this and we build a radio station, the radio station will simply be entertainment only. We will not be able to affect any of the sliders within the building. Once we get this researched, then we can affect the sliders and we can use it to increase the loyalty of our citizens. Right now, I'm not researching anything in here because we really want to focus on getting people with a higher education. Okay, because right now we're at 38% now. We were down at 18%, and we were struggling with like police officers not having enough to be able to work all the crimes we were getting, or having enough judges to deal with the trials. And so crime was, because if you look here, that's why we had 69% of our cases last year were unexamined cases, because we didn't have enough highly educated people at the time to keep our police department fully staffed with police officers. So it was a problem. And that's why, again, we're just using this right here currently just to educate students. That's all we want to work on. And if you look, so a lot of these people, so 1.93. So once they hit 2 is when they will be considered higher educated. And so a lot of these people, 1.9, 1.8, so a lot of these people are getting close to being higher educated, which then gives us more potential party officials, more potential professors, so we can educate more people and conduct research faster. Oh, we're going to the depot. We're almost there. What are we looking like over here? Do we have... It's still that gravel because of this mess. Got to get this fixed. Do we have our water line in? All right, we have our water line in. So you are now making fabric. Excellent. Excellent. You're making your fabric. We got clothing going in there. Let's go ahead and we're going to go ahead. Whoop, no, don't demolish. We're going to go ahead and break ground on this food factory here. Because once we get trains coming in here, then it's just a matter of people getting enough citizens out here to run it, because we can supply plenty of crops. Because without the train supplying it, so this uses 20 tons of crops a day. This uses 20, this uses 20, this uses 30. So that's 90 tons of crops. So that would be 9 trucks every day would have to come over here and unload. So, which realistically means we would probably need double that. So 18 trucks, that would just explode. I mean, look how bad our border is right now with just 4. And then 4 fuel trucks. So imagine if we like dumped another 12 fuel trucks here to try to keep up with this, and pumped in another 14 covered hulls to try to handle this. Our border would be stretched like all the way back here to the roundabout, and we would get nothing done. So, all right. We're getting some asphalt dumped up. So these guys, it's like he's just emptying. He had 0.3 tons of asphalt that was just stuck in his truck, because occasionally it gets stuck in their trucks. I'm not sure why. All right. Just once we get this connected up to the depot, we can start purchasing our trains and get them ready to go. But we need gravel first. Yeah, this is, and like I said, this being short like this has zero effect on the border traffic. I mean, you can just sit here and watch and see how slow it moves, and that's just part of the game. There's nothing you can do to speed that up. There's no layout you can make for entering into the border and exiting the border that makes this any better. It's all about the throughput of your border crossing, and what the throughput is, just what the throughput is. You see, I mean, we're moving vehicles in there as fast as it lets us. So, I mean, again, this just one of the things you have to. Oh, we finished our connection to the depot. Perfect. All right, so we want diesel locomotives. We want 2, and to start off with, we're just going to get the 2 cheapest ones we've got. Okay. Oh, wow, damn it! I guess I could have got that one. Oh well, that's what I get for not looking. All right, so we got those because we can't sell them back if we try to get rid of them. It just costs us money. So we've got those there, and then we have to come over here to purchase our wagons. So cargo wagons, box cars. So we only have one choice right now. That's what we need to haul our crops and everything in. So we're going to want 2, 3, 4. So 4. So that'd be 212 tons of crop. We'll go 5. And tankers will go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then you just pick up a train and you tell them to go to the customs house, load, and go back there. And then start. And he will go pick them up. Okay, you're working on this other rail here. I really need somebody to work on one of these 2 rails. That one's high priority. Why is nobody working on it? Is there a piece missing? Shouldn't be. And we're just going to send this guy. So right now, with the way the temporary thing is set up, it's hard for them to get in and out of there to refuel. So we're going to send him to the border. He's going to do nothing. He's going to go to here and do nothing. Back to the border and back to here. And that way he should stop and get fuel. No, it's a little convoluted, but that's just what we're going to have to do for right now. So we'll just, you get, oh, you didn't get all the, all right, well then, and then we're going to copy your schedule onto him. Send him on his way. And there we go. See, he fuels himself up. And he'll go pick up the last couple of boxcars. We're not going to signal the rail up right now. We're only going to have 2 trains running on it. And once you install signals, it wreaks havoc with your track builders. And he's going to go fill up his fuel. He's got those last 2 boxcars for us. And perfect. All right, so we are going to, let's clear that. You are going to be our fuel truck. And when the other guy gets back, we'll turn him into carrying the boxcars. Still need gravel. And that's almost built. Awesome. And pretty soon we're going to start planning out some more housing. This area over here, this over here. And you are, yeah. All right, what else do we got going on? Now that you're running, look at all those clothes. He's going to load up with $4,000 in clothes. So now our exports, that's better. So if we look at, let's go to economy of trade, let's look at last year, all right, and let's look at what we're importing. All right, so by far and away, steel is the most expensive thing we're importing. Okay, that's what we're spending the most amount of money on. And that's all construction. So if we stop construction, we stop consuming steel. Okay, so we can control that. But right now, we don't have the ability to make steel. We haven't researched that technology when we don't have coal or iron. I mean, you could set up a steel plant and import all the coal and iron and just make steel. It's completely legitimate. You could do that, but we don't even have that technology researched. Fuel. We do have a little bit of oil, not enough to really make fuel, and we don't have the technologies. Okay, food. Well, we can make our own food. Chemicals, we don't have that researched. Electronics, that's a ways away. Crops, that's all, we're converting that into money. Gravel, we're setting up our own gravel area, so then we can replace our clothing, which isn't much, 22,000, and we can replace our alcohol, 13,000. So if we replace just those without even being able to export anything, that is what? So 52, 74, 87,000, almost 100,000 rubles that we're saving, and that doesn't count then all the extra that we can export and the reduction in traffic to our border crossing. Why are you, no, I don't want, I want this. It's high priority. Why can you not, why are you not picking that up? You should be picking that up. Yes, you can see, you can build that. You can build this one too, and that one. But I really want you to build this one. As a matter of fact, I want you to go home because I don't want you building that right now. And while we're looking at it, okay, so you have this one. Put that on high priority. I want that built. I need these rail connections. All right, let's go in here, set this guy up with the box cars. Got that. Hopefully he's got enough to do all of this. Hopefully. We'll see. I know. I really, really don't want you working on that. I want you to come down here and start building this. That's better. And is he going to make it? Oh, he's going to be so close. See, he's basically out. Oh, just that little tiny bit. And now we're out of gravel, right? Yep. We got 0.2 tons. Not enough to do anything. We need more gravel, guys. More gravel. All right, how are we doing here? Awesome. That one's built. Okay, so what does our living situation look like? Free flats. So we got about 150 free flats. All right, not too bad. Let's get footpaths. Take you out, that, and that. Then we can go ahead and get this. No, wrong button. Shift. Now let's take that and that out. Now let's take our asphalt footpath and just do that whole thing. Get it approved. And get that upgraded. And while we're at it, where did we leave off? We left off right here. Let's go ahead and get those approved. Okay, where are we at? Did we finish this? No. You're going out to finish that. You're working on this. I hate you. I hate the little track builders. You have to use them. You have to have it at the start, but it's slow. It doesn't carry very many materials. All right, and bam, that part is done. Excellent. So now you take this guy and we can set him up. So your first stop is going to be the border. Oops, clear all that. You're going to the border where you are going to load crops and you are going to unload clothing. All right. Then you are going to go to there where you are going to unload crops, wait until loaded, and you are going to load clothing. And then you'll go back to the border, back to there. It's kind of a mess, but that's just what we have to do for right now till I can get something else taken care of here or find a better spot for the fuel station. It was just something to throw in real quick without having to build out a lot of tracks, because tracks are very expensive. And like I said, we're almost at the point where we're having to take out a loan, which, I mean, it's a given. We're going to have to take out a loan. We just want to postpone it as long as possible. So we just really need this done. So he's going to unload. He's got 268 tons of crops. And there's room for 161. All right. And you are functioning at full capacity. Probably at the point, well, how many people do we have over here? We got 30 people that are working here. We have 30 people, 32 people without jobs. So let's buy a couple more buses. Now we need to find, okay, you're doing chemicals. Where? Show me the line you're on. All right, so you have nothing. Oh, no, you have 2 tons of clothes. All right, so once you are done with those 2 tons of clothes, you're going to come park here. Okay. You have 4.2 tons of clothes, so once you drop those off, you will come here. You are unloading crops, so you will no longer load clothes. And once you unload your crops, we'll set you to wait until unloaded. You will come to here. And then you will just clear your line. All right, so that's going to pull 4 vehicles off of our border, which will help immensely. Then once we can get this track done, that'll be 4 more vehicles off the border. And all right, so lines over here. Where is right there? We're going to add you and you. Okay, and then you're going to go start up on the route. Last chance to buy. We don't care about that one. All right, so we got that finished. Let's go ahead and put these footpaths back in, like so. That one can go in now that that is done. And we can start construction on that housing. How are we doing here? Doing good, doing good. Right now, just some extra people that are being dropped off here, working it slowly. Once we get these last couple things dropped off, we'll have the workforce come over with the cranes to hurry up and finish that. Okay, that's the other thing. You guys will no longer load clothes there, and instead, you will load clothes from here. And we will turn this on to 80 workers. And we'll crank this up to 100. Yeah, we got an epidemic. Not much we can do about that. You are unloading your. Why are you? No. No, 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 no. No. Damn it. All right. Delete that stop. This stop. You're not going to load. You're just going to unload. Okay. Now go there. The other guys just come park. All right. So you park, you're empty. You park, you're empty. You erase you from the line. You are loading food. You're going to go and do not load and take that one off your list. All right. How are we doing? Oh, we're almost done here. We can set up our last train. How's this guy doing? Still got 126 tons of crops. And the other good thing about this with him slowly unloading is it gives them time to build up the clothing supply. So that's going to be most of the steel. Yep, we still have a little bit. There's the rest of the steel, so we just need some bricks. Do we have... There's the bricks. So we can go ahead and let's get our workers over here to take care of that. We didn't... How did everything come out here? Okay, do we not have... You're not assigned to doing that. All right, so you need to be assigned to that. Okay, so that's done, that's done. Perfect, we're out to here. Let's get that as a high priority. Excellent. Got this done. We need to get, let's get that road as a high priority. And let's go ahead and get that set to a high priority, because once we get that set, we could possibly buy another train to come here and fill gravel. I don't know that I will right now, but it's something we can do. Where are you at? 91 tons of crops. How many people are here? Come on, we just need some gravel. Give me some more gravel. Actually, I don't want that. I just do that as a medium priority. We don't need that high. So I don't think I'm going to get that train yet. So, all right, come on. See, that's the other problem with these numbers. They drive so slow. So slow. All right. Come on, you can finish my rail. You guys finished that one too. I didn't really want you to finish that one yet, but yeah, you know, that's fine. Let's see. Already see just pulling those 4 trucks off the border. See how much less congested it is now? Once we get these other 4 off the border, we won't have any problem whatsoever. Perfect. He is done. Get him out of there. All right, you, mister. You are going to go, since we don't have a way to get from here to here, we're going to send him to the border first, where he's just not going to do, you're not going to do anything. Okay, then you're going to come here, and again, you're not going to do anything. Go back to the border, and that's just so he stops and refuels. And you're going to load oil. Actually, no, let's... Yeah, because I can come in later and add more. So you're going to load oil there. And then here, you're going to unload oil. And start. And no, you're not going to load anything. And delete that one. All right. Train station, customer street. All right. Yep. Perfect. And he's already started to load some clothes. He's got 33 tons. We've got the food factory is now up and running. Why are you? Perfect. So now we will tell these guys to get their food from here and not from here. And then we will change the order and we'll move that up to the top. And because then once we finish with these last few little constructions, we're going to shut down the rail office because it can suck up to another 120 workers. And that's just more people we can pump back into this whole situation. And there he is. He's coming in to get loaded. And he's going to load. Whoa. What's going on? What happened? Whoa, wait a minute. Back up. Not unload. Damn it. I'm going to load. It was a boo-boo. All right, so what we're simply going to do is you are going to go there and just turn around. Now, there we go. Now we're going to load everything up. We can carry 240 tons of oil. And so he's carrying 21,000 rubles worth of oil. So now what we need to do is we need to find these guys. So let's look at that line. Okay, so you currently have nothing. So you are just going to go straight to there. Get you off that line. All right. So once you've loaded your oil or unloaded your oil, you will go. So you still have oil, you still have oil, you still have oil. So for the whole route, once you've unloaded your oil, you're going to go to there. All right. Where are you going? Oh, you're just holding. Okay. We may have to signal this up because we're already having a collision. All right, so go to there, turn around. Didn't really want to yet, but we're doing great. Producing quite a bit of food. All right, so he dropped off. Now let's see our exports. Look at that. 53,000 in exports. And it will only get better. Have we started that rail yet? Why have we not started that rail? You can. I don't know why you're not finding it. And all right, so we're keeping up just fine with the crops. We need to get more citizens out here because we're 30 there, 25 there, 40 there. We just got a new load. We got 25 there. So again, once we shut that off, that'll be good. That's all up and running. How is this coming? Doing good. And we probably want, let's get that one set to high priority. Doesn't really matter which one, but we need that set to high priority. Research is done on radio. So let's go ahead and search our influence. Then what do we want to focus on for our technical university? We could go into fuel processing, but again, we don't have that much oil here. So the fuel oil refinery is very, very expensive, requires a lot of people, and sucks down a ton of oil. And we don't have nearly enough oil here. That's going to be later when we go off in that area. Bauxite. Would be nice to know where the bauxite is. Let's take a look at where. Let's do that. You know what? We researched where. Let's look at this because we researched where the uranium is. Okay, so we do have some uranium up there. Decent amount of uranium right there. Let's go. How much uranium is there? So right here, what do we got? Let's go. Where is, oh no, advanced. There we go. Uranium. So we've got 55% source. Looks like we would get there if we go. Let's go over here. This doesn't look like a very good source, but right in here somewhere. Okay, why am I not? Oh, I'm on the wrong side. That's why. So it's over here. We got a 40, 42, but that's going to require some work to terraform to where we can mine. And over here, on this hill, this side of the hill, right there, right next to the border. Of course, we can't go across the border. 55, 54%. That's not bad. Again, require some terraforming. Just a little. So that's a possibility in the future because lots of terraforming. But we can find out where the bauxite is and then see where aluminum is and plan our next, where we go next from there. Still, more than likely, we will either come over to here to do oil or over here because we got lots of coal right there. And then we got iron right here too. So if we go look at this iron. So metallurgy, iron mine right here. So we've got 70, looks like 71%. Looks like that's the best we're going to get. 71 on that source. And then if we want more iron, we've got, right, whoops, went past it. Right here. Another 71. Looks like a 71. Oh, crap. Yep, we're going to have to signal. All right, and coal. So we've got some coal right here. Where is fossil fuels, coal mine? So we've got this right here, which is 65, 60. I saw 66, 67, 67. And this one over here, that would be kind of ugly to get to. It's a 40s. It's not that great of a source, but we've got a lot of coal. So right here, 63. Over here. I mean, look at this. Look at all this coal. This is all coal. This whole area. So you could actually get like a 64 and a 60 in here, plus a 62 over. I mean, you could pump out a ton of coal from this area. And then we've got that iron just right over here, which would be easy to get to, plus a little bit more coal if we want it. So, yeah, iron right there, right here. So we could do steel right here. So, not sure, but steel, see, that requires so many people. Don't get me wrong, oil requires a lot of people, but nothing compared to a full steel setup if you're doing all the coal mining and processing and all the iron mining and processing. So, probably be oil next. Head that way. I already laid in some tunnels right here. I may change them, but tunnels to go underneath. Because I'm still thinking we're going to use this channel for shipping. We're going to have to come up here and like lop off like so to fit in, because the shipping stuff is huge. So we're going to have to like cut like that much of the island off of this little peninsula, because if we want to put in a major port, we need a lot more room than that. Because if we go in here to shipping and you look at like cargo, so if we want a pumping harbor to do oil and fuel, I mean, that's how big that is. And you see all those red dots? That's how much room it needs out into the water. So you see how far that goes out? So right there. That's how much room it needs for the ships to be able to come in and go. And then if you go, if we want an aggregate harbor, so say we want a loading harbor, and that's that big. Unloading harbor, it's the same size. But if we want like a container harbor, I mean, look at how big that is. So yeah, again, so if we put this like right here, then we could fit one more harbor here and another one here, and that's it. We get 3. You know, and cargo harbor. Probably wouldn't put one of these in. We'd probably go with the containers. But yeah, so pretty much we'd have to like lop that off right there and then push all of this back this way to give us room. But then we can widen this river out, and that'll give us our shipping channel over to here. Because if we widen it out about that far, that should give us plenty of room to be able to get our ships in and have them come around to the harbor. And then we'll also what I'm thinking. So this all becomes water, right? And then, oh, it's getting kind of hard to see. Then, like, we cut that off there and that off there. So this is all just big open, and then you've got harbors here. Oh, you put some more over here. We can do dry docks here for manufacturing, for making our own ships and everything. So that's a huge undertaking. That's a lot of terraforming and everything that we're going to have to do that. And that's going to take me a very long time, especially since right now we don't have that many excavators or bulldozers to do any of this. All right, so let's find out where are those trains stuck. They're stuck here again. All right, so you go here. No. Stop. Turn around. What are you doing? Go to the diesel station. Yep. I didn't want to put the signals in because then it makes a lot of issues with the track builders, but they're being dumb here. So we're going to have to signal some of this up. So real quick, how are we at? Look at that, 67,000 in exports. Now, granted, we've imported 85,000, but hey, we're cutting into that, and it's just going to get even better. So how much food? So look at that, we got 139 tons of food. All right, so when you're here, you also need to load up food. Look at all that food. Now imagine trying to move that via truck when the biggest trucks we carry, or they carry 6.5 tons of food. That's what you cannot. Food is a good industry to support your public on. It's very cheap. Problem is, you have to deal in such a large volume that you have to have trains. You can't do it without trains. Period. If you don't use, and look at we're not even at full capacity yet. We're operating at maybe half capacity most time, maybe, if that. But it's burning through a lot of crops, 42 tons at max production. Look at how low those crops are. He's going to unload pretty well. Bam. Why did you not load? Oh, no. Load food. Unload food. Oh, no, I don't want you to unload food there. Here, I want you to unload food. Here, I just want you to load food. All right, so you're going to go back to here. So let's see. So right now he's got 30,000 rubles worth of clothes. And now he's going to load up with food. So 54,000 rubles worth of materials. And now that we've pulled, look at how clean our border is. Now that we've pulled those 8 trucks off. Look at that. We have got no line at the border whatsoever. We're exporting so much more than we were, and we can handle the rest of our needs at the border. That's why you have to have trains to do these. There's other industries you can do where you don't need to have trains. You could power research your way through to like nuclear fuel or something like that and import in everything you need, and then you're producing such a small amount that you can do it all with trucks. But if you're not going to do that, just the basic things you can do at the beginning of the game without any research. They're just you can't do them effectively without trains, right? And you need to go home. And that being said, let's go ahead and put in our signals. They just make your track builders such a headache. Track builders do not play well with signals. All right, so we need mixed signals. Once this road is gone, we can move these signals up. But for right now, okay, you can be there. So this is the only one that can't be all the way up. Right there. You are going to you're out. You are going to be chained. So chain that way. Come on, where can I? Right there. No. Ah, damn it. Right there. All right, so that's all one intersection there. And just to break this up a little bit. Chain there. Okay, you guys, you're not even built yet, so we're not even going to bother. For right now, we'll leave you as a mixed. You as a mixed. We have, okay, so all of this track is done. So this can all be signaled here. We're going to put another, we have to leave them as mixed just because of the track builders. Because they'll want to go backwards on the tracks and stuff. But after that, all right, so all of that is blocked off like that. You are mixed. You will be mixed. You will be a mixed signal. Is this track done yet? Yes, that track is done. Awesome. All right, there. That'll clean that up a little bit. So where are you going? Just ignore it. I don't, what is your problem? Fine. Go back here. I know what his problem is. We need to get that done. This needs to be a high priority. Yeah, ignore your signals. So until we get this done and he can leave out on this track, it's going to be a bit of a problem. So hopefully, no, you're not. All right, yeah. Ignore the signal. Excuse me. So he's going just fine. You ignore the signal. You go home. So now we can put signal here. And now he can go. So we want a chain signal coming out that way. But you notice this guy, since he doesn't have to come play with the track builders over here, running just fine. How are we doing on... Still got a decent amount of oil there. And now he comes out. Everybody's happy there. You have finished your rail. All right, guys. We're quite a bit over the 1 hour mark, so we're going to call this episode here. Thanks for joining me. I hope you found it entertaining, and we will catch you next time.